This upcoming offseason, Bryce Harper will be one of, if not the highest paid player of all time. But is he actually worth the money that he is going to get? Well, strap in and let's go deep in stats. Bryce Harper is currently having one of his worst seasons in the majors, and I know what you're thinking, but doesn't Harper lead the NL in home runs? And at the recording of this video, Harper does lead the National League in home runs, and isn't that far behind the lead for all of baseball. So for this season to be one of Bryce Harper's worst, just goes to show you the caliber of player Bryce Harper is. But if you look at stats this season, the year before he enters free agency, any club going after him can't ignore this. That number, 224, is Bryce Harper's batting average for this season. His worst average of his entire professional career. But we have seen stuff like this from Harper before. Look at this chart of his batting averages from the last 5 years. You can see massive spikes and dips between year to year. Like here in 2014 when he hit 273, and then the next year he won MVP, and then the next year he hit 243. Bryce Harper is one of the most inconsistent players I've probably ever seen when it comes to batting average. However, there's one thing that whatever team signs Harper can rely on, and that is his stardom. Recently on the Dan Patrick Show, a very interesting question was brought up, and that question was, who would you rather have, Mike Trout or Bryce Harper? Seems like a silly question, right? Obviously the answer would be Mike Trout. He is the greatest player to ever touch a baseball field. But if you think about it from a marketing only perspective, wouldn't you rather have Bryce Harper? This isn't a shot at Mike Trout, but Trout is more conservative. Whether Mike Trout robs a homer or hits a bomb, the most you'll really see is like a small bat flip or a high five. Bryce Harper, on the other hand, well, we all know what Bryce Harper is like. If Bryce Harper made that same Mike Trout play, he'd probably start doing cartwheels in the outfield or something. I don't know. But something you can't take away from Bryce is his marketability. Even with Harper's marketability though, does he deserve the money he's going to get? And the answer would be probably not. After last offseason's free agency freeze, who could really predict how this offseason would go? But right now it looks like Harper could get in a contract with about $400 million. That's right, 400, with all of those zeros at the end of it. Obviously, how the contract ends up depends on how the rest of the season goes and what team Harper ends up signing with. But to even have a predicted contract of $400 million is insane. Especially when you compare his contract to players like Kris Bryant, Mike Trout, and Carlos Correa. All of the following players have a higher WAR than Bryce Harper the last 3 seasons. Harper is currently making $21 million this year, Trout's making $33 million, Bryant's making $10 million, and Carlos Correa is only making $1 million. So if you are a team, why would you even try and sign Bryce Harper? I mean, I understand the fact that he is Bryce Harper, MVP and probably a future Hall of Famer, but you know that Boris is going to be looking at about a $400 million contract for 10 to 11 years. And if any teams happen to be watching this, do not sign that contract. I have almost never seen a 10-year contract that will end up well, if there is even any. This isn't basketball. You can't just put Harper on the Marlins and then they are an immediate World Series contender. That's not how baseball works. There are other ways to upgrade your team, whether it is a trade or signing smaller free agents. But even with all of that, the question still remains, is Bryce Harper overrated? First, I just wanted to say I don't hate Bryce Harper. Look, there I am in a Bryce Harper jersey. Well, first we have to identify what Harper's rating is. I would say it is fair to rate Harper as a superstar, since he is always near the top in jersey sales and he is about to be paid like a superstar. So if Harper is a superstar, then I would say he is overrated. Look at his WAR from year to year. It could go anywhere from 1.6 all the way up to 9. The most consistent thing I've seen with Bryce is his on-base percentage, which has even dipped from year to year. Oh, well, that and his 20% strikeout percentage. Bryce Harper is an amazing talent, but you don't really know what you're going to get from him every year. One year he is average, and then another year he puts up some of the greatest numbers in recent memory. But what do you guys think? Do you think Bryce Harper is overrated? And also, what team do you think Bryce Harper will sign with? Let me know in the comments below. For all of you guys that are new, be sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel. And I would like to thank you guys for reaching 10,000 subscribers. That's absolutely crazy with, you know, the time I've been doing this. Like, I started in like August, but thank you guys very much. I'm going to be working on a 10,000 subscriber special that will come out soon, and I will see you guys on Sunday in a new video.
I get it how I live it. I live it how I get it. Y'all don't really get it. I pull up in a lemon. Blocks get to spin.